Is it an embarrassing job to deliver food, especially if you're someone that's older? It's an interesting question. I did see this video by Pedro, Mr. Bet on You Santiago, titled, "I'm 42 and delivering food for a living." Now, I haven't actually watched this video yet. I was about to watch the video, and I thought it was an interesting topic. So instead, I'm going to be reacting to the video instead of just watching it so that we can have discussion in the comments below about what you guys think about this topic after you hear about what I have to say. So let's get into it and let's watch it.
Something that I get as a content creator that's in the GigTube space, delivering food, McDonald's, Papa John's, whatever, to people, as a 42-year-old man in St. Louis, Missouri, is why are you doing this? Get a real job. You're 42. It's embarrassing. A lot. You get the negativity. So in today's video,
wait a minute. So that comment right there, I'm 42 years old doing gig work is crazy work. And then somebody else said, what should a 42-year-old be doing? I'm curious. That's a great question. What should a 42-year-old be doing? I mean, in today's day and age, what really does qualify for what you consider a job that somebody should be doing at their age? I think this is a stupid comment. Honestly, 42-year-old doing gig work is crazy work. Why? I think they need to really come back and say why they think that. What's the reasoning behind what they're saying that for? Anyway.
So in today's video, I'm going to tell you why I continue to do it, why you shouldn't be embarrassed or worried, and how the age really isn't a factor. But then also, I'm going to challenge individuals to not stay in this too long and think that it's always going to be as good as it is. Welcome back to Mr. Bet on You. And I deliver chicken McNuggets for a living. I got that chicken McNuggets line from my really great friend Hannibal. He used to say that, and I always thought it was funny. You got to give credit where credit's due. I'm 42. I'll be 43 in November. Ooh, shout out to all my Scorpios up there. If any of you are Scorpio, let me know in the comments.
Sagittarius, almost Scorpio.
I've been doing this. I've been in this game for like 4 years. Started off part-time and then became full-time, and then went to part-time and then kind of back to more full-time hours. And I don't feel like I'm going to stop anytime soon. But I don't want to do this full-time. But I see a lot of people that have something.
I don't think anyone should do this full-time. I've said that in so many of my videos. You guys already know that's how I feel. That I think that you should have something that is a supplemental. This should be a supplemental job, some supplemental income. I think that you should have a full-time job and utilize gig work for extra money. Being able to have an extra $100 here and there, $200 here and there. Me personally, I have a full-time job. I do this I do gig work as a side job, a side hustle, and I make $500 extra a week. That's $2,000 extra a month. It's good money if you do it as side work.
Thing to say about a 42-year-old man delivering McDonald's for a living and doing YouTube and giving people's tips and tricks or whatever. There are people that get triggered about that. They feel like, oh my God, you got to get a real job. We've talked about the real.
They're triggered because they're jealous. I know that I'm going to get some kind of comment about this, about how no one's jealous of Pedro. No one's blah, blah, blah. They are. They might not be jealous of Pedro in himself as a person, but they're jealous that he's successful on YouTube. I don't care what age you are. The amount of people that are doing YouTube right now that are 40 plus is rising considerably. Reason being is because people that are close to 40 or over 40 in age have a lot of experience. They have something to offer the YouTube space. They have something to offer as far as what they've experienced in their life and their knowledge and their skill set. It's something that people are doing more and more nowadays, is over 40 YouTube channels. And it's not easy. YouTube is not easy. It's not easy to get subscribers. It's not easy to be entertaining. It's not easy to share your knowledge in an entertaining and productive manner. People are jealous of his YouTube channel. That's why. And they're going to find some kind of way to put him down. And in this case, it seems like they're putting him down for gig work.
Real job thing. Other people have talked about the real job thing. Listen, if somebody is paying you money, if you're collecting money in exchange for your time, that is a real job. I would venture to say, and this might trigger some of y'all, I make more than you that say that. I think a lot of people deflect.
Yes. I have thought this exactly as well, especially in my market. Sometimes I'll make $40 to $50 an hour in 3 hours. This will be my side hustle. I'll go out and I'll make $150 in a couple hours. That's more money than some people. That's more money than a lot of people, especially if you have like a job in retail or something like that, where you're getting paid. Some people are getting paid $18 an hour. And then they see a gig worker that has no boss, that has no schedule. If you have Dash now, you have no schedule, and they're making $30, $40, $50 an hour sometimes. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I personally, with gig work, sometimes make a lot more money than somebody else that has a real job.
And they might have a real job and making $40K.
That's so funny that he just did that right afterwards.
Yeah. Right, which is fine, but what is a real job? Anyways, 42. How long can I do this? How long will I do this? Should I be doing this?
Do it forever if you want.
I think the age thing is always interesting to me because this work is very easy. A 16-year-old with a Pulse, an ID, and a car could do this and do it. Would I be better in some ways at it? Sure, because I've worked more and know how to deal with certain situations, maybe better than a 16-year-old, but it's a marginal difference. This is easy work. A lot of college kids do this for extra money. Great. Some people do this for a month in between jobs. They're real careers. Fantastic. There are senior citizens that do this for some extra money.
And it's great extra money. For people that are retired, if you're on a getting money for your with 401k and you're on Social Security and you just want a little extra pay bump, not a lot of people have a lot of money from 401k. Like most people don't start their 401k until too late. And then they're surviving on Social Security. And right now, Social Security, especially with the economy right now, is not a lot of money. So it's hard to survive on just Social Security, especially if you don't have a 401k. So side work as someone that's older like that, just here and there where this job doesn't require any skills, to earn a couple extra $100 on top of the Social Security, that's huge. Plus, I know that when you're older, you want to get out of the house. You don't want to be sitting down watching TV forever and just wasting your life away. You want to be able to get out. And if you can still drive and do something like this is a great way to meet people, to talk to people, to get out of the house and to kind of do something fun and have activities and do stuff. It's one way to actually go out and do stuff. It's a great side hustle for senior citizens.
Retired or whatever. Great. The number of things are relevant. Because whether you're 16, a 21-year-old college student, a 42-year-old man in St. Louis, Missouri, or a 75-year-old retiree that's working for whatever reasons, to get out of the house, to have some cash, whatever, or the 50-year-old that just got laid off and they're doing this for a month and now they're back to their career. The job is the same. It doesn't matter how long you do it, what age you are. It shouldn't. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
Why do people look down on us? Customers do it. Companies do it. Why do we have fellow drivers that used to be drivers? Because if you're in this community leaving comments, having or whatever, you drove at some point. And just because you stopped and maybe you got a W-2 or you stopped and you did this, that's great. I'm happy for you. But why are you worried about a 42-year-old man in St. Louis? Now, listen, I'd be lying if I know this isn't glamorous work. I'm not changing the world. And occasionally I might drop off some medication or some diapers or some formula or something, or a meal, and somebody hasn't eaten all day and somebody else ordered it for them. And it's like, that's a big part
Disabled
of it. I
people.
understand that. That does give me a little bit of joy to bring that to my community. But that's maybe once or twice a month where you're actually really helping somebody. Mostly I'm feeding gluttonous human beings that are fat, lazy, or want convenience. Let's call it what it is. And that's okay.
It's true. It's true.
Because that's the truth.
It is the truth.
But yeah, I don't want to do this forever. And I won't do it forever. But at the end of the day,
you can though.
My pride, my ego, I've let that to the side a while ago. And if something or somebody is paying you to do something that's easy and you could parlay that into other streams of income like we have here, I'm going to keep doing it. I'd be stupid not to. I'm 42 and I deliver McDonald's for a living. And when
I don't see myself stopping this either. I'm going to be turning 39 in November, and I see this as an ever going thing. I don't see myself stopping this ever. I think that I'm always going to want the ability to earn extra cash on top of my job. Like if you have a family and you want to go on vacation, let's say your kids want to go to Disney World or something. Disney World is so expensive. I mean, it's awesome that you could pick up a job like gig work for a couple hours here and there. The kids go to bed, you go out, you do some gig work for a couple hours, and you earn like $100. You know, you do that 3 times a day for every, for 4 weeks. You then have like a couple $1,000s that you can then go on vacation, and it took you a month to do. Your bills are all taken care of because of other things, and it took you a month to save up for a vacation. Why would I ever stop that? Not to mention, like, YouTube money too. If you're a gig tuber, I don't make what Pedro makes, obviously, but currently I'm making somewhere around $200 to $300 extra a month just from YouTube. And I love making YouTube videos. I love the community. I love the comments. I love being able to make the videos itself. Why would I stop doing stuff that I love? I love gig work at the same time. I don't care how old you are. It gets me, I talked about this on my live the other day, where it gets me out of the house. It gets me interacting with people. With my day job, I work remote, so I don't talk to anybody. I have no people interactions at all. I'm saving for a house, so I don't really see my girlfriend during the week. I don't have time for friends because I have 3 jobs, which is my day job, gig work, and YouTube, because YouTube is a job. I don't care if people say it's not a real job. It is a job. They tax the income that I get. YouTube taxes me. If they tax me, it's a job. I'm going to get taxed on gig work at the end of the year. It's a job. Why would I stop doing something I love just because of a troll talking about how old I am? That's stupid. I'm always going to do this. If it's going to bring joy in my life, it's going to give me people interactions, and I get extra money doing it, why would I stop doing that? Why would I stop?
come home, whether that's at noon, 2, 5, 6, my girls are waiting for me. And my daughter asks me, Papi, how was your day today? And I usually tell her, it was great. How was yours? She don't care what I do. She could care less. As long as
That's a great point. So the other thing about these people that are putting you down about gig work is that human beings in general are just jerks. You know, human beings are, because of society, and the reason why his daughter doesn't say stuff like that is because she hasn't been tainted by society the way that older people have. Older people will always put someone down just because it makes them feel good. It doesn't actually matter that he's doing gig work. Pedro could be doing a respectable job. I'm going to say respectable in the eyes of those people. And they're still going to put him down because he's a YouTube personality. And they're jealous of his YouTube. They're jealous of his success. So people are always going to put them down because they want to feel better about themselves. Whether you agree with me or not, that's the truth. People want to feel better about themselves, and the only way that they can feel better about themselves is if they put somebody down. They can't get his success on YouTube, so they're going to put him down. They can't make the money that he's making on gig work, so they're going to put him down. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have put him down that make more money than him, but those people are just malicious in their intent, and you're always going to have those people. We're born good. We're born non-malicious. We're born benevolent. And society is the ones that turn us into these malicious people that have to put, these trolls that have to put other people down for fun.
I come home and she has what she needs and the bills are paid and she's got clothes and food and toys. Does it matter how I make my money?
No.
Will it matter if I'm 52 still doing that?
No.
Will I be 52 doing this? Probably not.
I might be.
But you never
know. Not gonna lie.
Life happens. But the likelihood of me being 52 and doing this is not good. Not going to happen. But as long as I'm providing and doing what I got to do, what's the difference? I'm 42. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. And I deliver chicken McNuggets for a living. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'd argue that you're not really delivering chicken nuggets for a living. I think that the main income that you probably have is YouTube. My guess, I don't know this 100%, only Pedro knows this, but I'm assuming he makes more money from YouTube than he does delivering food. And the thing is he recently did the switch of Pedro Doordash Santiago to Pedro Mr. Bet on You Santiago for a reason. Now, he got a lot of hate, honestly, when he did that name change recently from Mushi, which I don't understand why people have to go that route and hate. But although I did watch Mushi's video and he did side with him in the video, so it was kind of misleading that he started off with like the poopy head thing and then, but that's another video. Anyway, so my point is that he's probably making more money from YouTube. And I think that it's a smart move what he's doing about the Mr. Bet on You, because he's more than just a DoorDash personality. He does lives. I don't know when his lives are, Sunday or Wednesday, where he does motivational talks, motivational speeches almost, and talks about ways of being able to get through gig work and stuff like that. I think Pedro, I say this on my channel all the time, that YouTube is not about the niche, right? Like, I understand that some people may suffer if they go from, like, Dashing Across America got deactivated from DoorDash and has been doing Spark. His channel hasn't suffered at all. If anything, his channel's grown more. And the reason why his channel's grown is because he is a great guy. He's a personality. People want to watch him. It's not about what you make videos about. It's about you as a person. Pedro, people watch him because of him. They like his personality. They like who he is as a person. Does he have a lot of haters? Sure. The higher you go up on YouTube, the more subs you have on YouTube, the more haters you're going to get. Plain and simple. That's just how it works, right? I have haters too, and I'm not even that big. I have 1,700 subscribers. I'm not even that big. I have haters all the time. But the point is I think that he's making a smart move on saying Mr. Bet on You, because he wants to eventually move to different avenues on YouTube. And I think that once you're successful on one type of social media, you're going to be successful on another type of media. And the reason is because you are your brand. Pedro is the brand, not DoorDash. I don't think DoorDash should have ever been in his name personally. I think that the person behind the camera is why people watch. The person behind the camera is the brand. And I think it was a smart move what he did. I think that people are misunderstanding what he's trying to do. And I think he's going to be successful no matter if he has DoorDash or not. It might take some transition time to move from DoorDash to Mr. Bet on You. But eventually he's going to continue to be successful in the YouTube space. So
you guys tell me, where you at in your life? How you doing in the gig economy? How long will you continue to do this? Are you continuing making the money you want to make? How you feeling out there? Drop a comment. I am like you. We do the same work. We put our pants on the same way. Whether you're 16, well, you can't do 16, DoorDash is 16. Whether you're a college student, a housewife or husband, a retiree, somebody in between jobs and work, somebody that's just trying to make some extra money, pay down debt. This work is valuable, and it really is as valuable as you will make it. It won't always be glamorous. It's never going to be really fun necessarily, and you're not changing the world. But the one thing you could do, like myself, is when I come home, I feel great.
So, to answer his question there, I'm doing very well with gig work. Are there bad days? Sure, there's bad days. I'm blessed to be in a really good market where it's full of rich liberals who are all about fairness and want to make sure that their drivers are paid. I'm blessed to be in this area. At the same time, it's very expensive to live in this area. So everything is kind of, you have to take it with a grain of salt when somebody says, oh, I make this much and this much, but they might not be paying as much as far as living expenses. Taxes in this town are $12,000 a year. So $1,000 a month just from taxes. I love gig work. I'll say it again that I have a full-time job. I make good money in my full-time job. and I work remote, and I need that little avenue to be able to get out of the house. I need to be able to have people interactions. I don't have time for friends. I barely have time for my girlfriend. And gig work gives me that little interaction to get out of the house and to move around. Moving around is a big part. I actually take it as like an exercise, doing gig work. But the extra money is great. I'm making 500 or more extra a week, 2,000 or more extra a month. That money is going straight into the stock market, where I am utilizing the stock market to my advantage, where I recently got into a play with Chipotle's because DoorDashers have an inside view on how the restaurants are doing. So I'm utilizing gig work in many different avenues. So I'm utilizing gig work to save extra money, to save for a house. I'm utilizing gig work to be able to give me an inside view on restaurants and how they're doing, so then I can use that money to play the stock market in a smart and intelligent way. And then I'm also using gig work to make YouTube videos to earn extra money from YouTube videos. Gig work right now means more to me than a lot of things in my life. Gig work gives me the opportunity for lots of things. It's not just delivering food to me. It is not delivering food to me. It is much more than delivering food to me. It is my future. It is extra money. It is my sanity and mental status for being able to move around and to see people. Gig work means a ton to me. And I think that he's right where it's what you make of it. So as an independent contractor, not only are you your brand, but you are your own business owner. So the way that you treat customers, the way that you pick up the food and treat the establishments that you pick up the food from is all on you. You are your brand, you are your business, and how you treat others while you're doing that work is going to have a direct reflection on you. It's going to have a direct reflection on the business as a whole. I always think that you should always have a positive attitude. Are bad things going to happen, and are you going to have to vent about those bad things? Sure. I vent all the time. You guys see I go on rants all the time. But the important part is after you're done venting, you brush it off, man. You brush it off. You absolutely do not let it get to you. You brush it off, and then you go back to being a positive person. You go back into being a hopeful person. Someone that's inspired by whatever your reason being is. What's your reason, right? My reason is saving for a house. My reason is to be able to have interactions. Right? My reason is to make YouTube content and to build a community. It is what you make of it. So to answer your question, Pedro, it means more to me than just money. That's why I'm going to continue doing it. And I don't see myself ever stopping. And I don't care if there's haters that don't agree with it. I don't care if there's haters that think I'm too old. At the end of the day, I'm going to be making more money than those haters, most likely, right? So I don't care what they say. This is for me. This is for my family, and this is for my future. And I don't think I'm going to stop it. I really don't. I don't care how old I am.
Somebody's going to ask me, Papi, how was your day today? Did you have a good day at work today? Really, that's all that matters to me. Have a great day.
I thought it was a great video. I really enjoyed the topic. I thought it was a great topic to be able to discuss. I mean, I think that gig work is more than an age. Gig work is more than the profession itself. I think gig work means more to different people in different ways, right? It also means freedom to me. Like freedom to have a second job where I don't have to have a second scheduled job. I don't have to have a second boss, because I already have a boss. I don't want a boss. Do I think people should be doing this full time? I really don't think so. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people that do this full time and they're successful, but I also know a lot of people that do this full time that are struggling. And I personally think the best way to be able to handle gig work is to be able to have a full-time job or a secondary source of income. So if you do this full time, having a YouTube account where you make money from the YouTube account can supplement the money that you're not making from doing this full time. Personally, in my job market, I could do this full time, and I could easily make a lot of money. I personally think I could make $4,000 plus a month easily. But not a lot of people have that available in their market. They don't have a market as good as mine. It's a great video though, man. Really enjoyed it, Pedro. If you guys haven't had a chance to, I'm pretty sure you all know Pedro, but if you haven't, give him a sub. If you like his content, give it a like. I'm gonna give the video a like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is age a factor? Does it matter what your age is? Why do you do this? What's your reason for doing gig work? For me, doing gig work means so much more. Does it mean more to you? As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Matt Dasher, out.